as any in the National Football League. This is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Chiefs take over on his 5th interception of the season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Mahomes starting off with a throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Yellow. Yellow. Tie down these two. Tie down these two. Hey, 43. Tie down these two. Tie down these two. Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He puts some power on a deep one left. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Tie down these two. 15. Hey, Sunday.
Sending a receiver left. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Yellow. 15. Hey, 43. 15. Yellow. Watch out.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it sets up 2nd down.
Right.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Hey, 15.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A lot of grass ahead. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. But come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brought down by Fred Warner. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw it. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy He can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently, because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Easy. Stinting, yellow. Far side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Far side.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
18, let's go now.
From the red zone now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down. Now a give running right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Looking to throw on 3rd. He's on the move.
Tremendous play by the defense. I mean, just spectacular to corral him behind the line. It can be tough to track these guys down today when they decide to scramble. So many good runners, but it was good pursuit to stay on them the entire way.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Color. Far side.
Pistol now for Mahomes. He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Slot man motioned over. Play action, Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll be set up 2nd and 7.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Yellow. What's that?
From the 48. Has him running the comeback. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running back sent in motion.
Hey, 43, 15. What's that?
Mahomes on 1st and 10. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Line, right. What's that?
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got it near the 10. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Attack, attack. 43. What's that?
Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. They've got a man in motion. Another throw for Mahomes. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Hey, yellow, hey, go gun.
Man in motion here.
Right side.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back-to-back carries here. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Third and just 2 to go. Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
We're going for this. That's cut beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From midfield now. Catch is made down the right sideline. A pickup there of 33 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Escapes the pocket. And this one doesn't go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Falcons at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to the air here. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 1-score game before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Attack, attack! 15. Right side.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
15, yellow. Right side.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play. Markers
reset, ball at the 37. To the air now on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's gonna be 2nd down. They are throwing it again. He's looking deep once again. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Yellow. Attack, attack. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Right side.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Launches one deep downfield. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today. Just rolling.
I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chiefs get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That's him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Yellow. Right side.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Another carry for him. Broke through the tackle. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Yellow. Left side.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Right side.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second down run by Pacheco. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. A 3-yard gain leaves them just a little short, a decision to make now on 4th down. Field goal team running out as the Chiefs will go for 3. This one from an even 40 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that gives them a 28-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team...
And they pick him off again! Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Chiefs take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run now on second down. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Falcons football, but here in the 4th, that lead might be too much to overcome. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're now set for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Let's go now. From the gun, here's a handoff. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Forced out to his right. Oh, he loses the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Look, you know I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all the people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
Cuts right. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Hey, forget about it. Forget first down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
15.
On the option, they give it to Pacheco. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. It's an option left. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Yellow.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs close to picking up their 5th win. They've got first down from the 31.
57. Yellow.
This set it down starts with an option right. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Well, the old SMU Pony Express, that was not, Kate. That was a pitch anticipated by this defense, who had personnel in place to stay well ahead and greet him rather quickly.
Yellow.
They kick the running back in motion.
Hooray. Strike.
Running left out of the 2nd down option. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. Give him 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 8. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he showed some burst on this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. With a handoff up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They give it to him again. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win.